Hello everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. So for today we're going to be looking at how they see you. This could be whoever is on your mind. It could be an ex, it could be a crush, it could be someone you're dating, anyone. So we're going to be taking a look at what's their first impression of you, what qualities of yours stand out to them the most, and how do they feel about your potential connection. And then I'll take this over into the extended. We'll find out, are they intimidated by anything about you? How do they see you in comparison to others? And what do they imagine for your future together? So with that said, I'm going to put up the thumbnail now. Pick a pile, pick more than one pile, whatever you're drawn to. If you need to pause the video and meditate, do so. Also, it's pouring down rain here, so if you hear a lot of noise in the background, that's what's going on. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and see what the cards have to say. Hello, pile number one. Let's go ahead and jump right in, see what messages come out for you. I'm going to be pulling from the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot today. Alright. Spirit, what is this person's first impression of pile number one? What was this person's first impression of pile number one? We've got King of Swords. Uh-oh, were y'all being stoic? Were you a bit detached? We've got Nine of Cups. Uh-oh. Oh, you are this person's wish fulfillment. Oh, yeah. The Moon is Pisces Cancer energy. Tell me more, Spirit. What was this person's first impression of pile number one? Three of Pentacles. Maybe that's why. Do you guys work with this person, or were you in a group together somewhere where you had to do a project together, maybe even like a school project? Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. One more, okay. We've got the Fool, Aries, Aquarius energy. Okay. So, this person, I don't know where you guys were, like what the setting was. It could be work for sure, but it feels like with especially the King of Swords and the Moon here, it feels like you were very detached, very distant. They couldn't reach you. I'm getting that. It's almost like they were blocked in a way from reading you. Not saying that they didn't try, but the Moon can talk about things that are hidden, or somebody's being secretive or mysterious, or it's like that Pisces energy, that Neptunian energy, and Neptune can create this like haze. So it's hard to actually see something clearly. And in this case, it's hard for them to see you clearly. And when you pair it with that King of Swords energy, Aquarius energy, it's like detached, maybe a little bit cold, unemotional, which is interesting because the Moon is about emotions. However, I'm seeing that they view you as some sort of wish fulfillment. They can't stop thinking about how they want to communicate with you with this Page of Cups. Page of Cups for me is like a flirty energy. Can be a surprise message that pops up, like a DM or a text message. Maybe they end up getting your number from a friend, or maybe they ask you directly later on. But there's something here about where they really want to like message you. They want to send like flirty DMs or text messages, and I'm hearing they want to test the water, which is interesting because it's got the water here. It's like they want to test it out and see if they can not push your boundaries, but if they can get you to open up a bit more, because they feel this like closed off energy. For some of you, could have also been in a location where you're showing off some sort of talent, skill, or ability with that Three of Pentacles, but it could also be work. I am getting that. For others of you, you could have met this person while traveling with the Fool here. Some of you could have had some sort of new, fresh start right around the time you meet this person or met this person. They see you as somebody who's like letting go of your fears and trusting your intuition and taking some sort of leap of faith towards a new beginning in your life, whether this is in your career, maybe this is a move that's happening, but they also want to take a leap of faith towards you. There's that Page of Cups Fool energy. It's almost like, let me dive right in because this person's a wish fulfillment. They feel like you could make them very happy with that Nine of Cups, and that you two would make a really good team together with the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm just getting this energy where it's almost like you're the one who's slow to open up. I feel like they want to, I don't want to say rush it, okay? But it feels like they want to move faster than you do. For some of you, you could be older than this person. They could be this Page of Cups and you could be the King of Swords. So they could be highly emotional and you could actually be the one who's more detached, more stoic. I'm not saying you're unemotional. We all have emotions, but you get what I'm saying. I feel this person looks up to you in some way. And it could be because of that age gap, but there's something here about they put you on a bit of a pedestal with that Nine of Cups energy. You're like the dream man or dream woman for them, okay? I think they want to come in and offer you some sort of new beginning. They're really interested in tearing down your walls. Not so they can like harm you in any way, but like so they can get to know you better. Again, this person feels very emotional. And they can't read you. You're a mystery to them. So they want to come in, they want to get to know you better, they want to open you up, see who you really are, see what lies beneath the surface. And you two could have had some sort of chit-chat, like surface level chit-chat. Maybe that's how they know you have a new start coming in, or you had a new start when you met them. But it feels like you're going through some sort of ending and new beginning, like a new chapter was unfolding in your life around the time that they were coming in, which would make sense because that happens a lot. When you're ending some major cycle, you start a new one, it seems like everything starts falling into place. You meet new people, including romantic partners or potential romantic partners, platonic relationships, friendships, with coworkers or anything like that. It just feels like everything starts kind of falling into place for your new chapter to begin. And that's what it feels like here. So there could have been some discussion about the direction you were going in with that Fool energy. You could have told them how discontent you were with your life. So they see you as somebody who's going through a major transformation. They see you as somebody who has been through a lot and you've pulled yourself out of any sort of challenges, or you've climbed over hurdles and obstacles that have been in your way so you can achieve some sort of dream of yours. And I think they admire you for that. There's that energy too. Again, it feels like they're putting you on a pedestal. They admire you maybe for your strength, your bravery. Strength card isn't out here, but I'm getting that. It's like they admire you for taking that leap of faith, for having the courage to put yourself out there and do what you want to do. Do what you love to do. Okay? Because that can be the Three of Pentacles as well. So again, it could be a career change, it could be a move, it could be anything you have that's going on at the time that you meet them or that you met them. So let's go ahead and jump into part 2 of your reading. Let's find out what qualities of yours stand out to them the most. Now, I already discussed this in the first part where, it feels like you are being courageous, brave, kind of bold and daring, and putting your fears aside to take that leap of faith towards something new at the time you met this person or you will meet this person. Tell me more, Spirit, for pile number 1. What qualities of theirs will stand out to the person on their mind the most? What qualities of pile number 1 will stand out to their person the most? Okay. Interesting. Okay. We've got 4 of Swords. We've got the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. We've got 4 of Wands. The number 4 could be significant. 44, 444. But that's also stability. And I was just talking about that. It feels like you had some sort of new beginning that was coming in at the time you meet them. 8 of Swords, okay. 10 of Cups, yep. Happy home, happy life, manifesting that. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. So yeah, there's something here about, as far as your qualities, the ones that stand out the most. I said in the first part, it felt like you had been through a lot. You've overcome a lot of hurdles, obstacles, challenges in life. And it feels like you could have been in your head for part of this journey, but there's also this energy with the 4 of Swords here where you put aside that confusion or any self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and got yourself out of a situation that was holding you back. feels like you were trapped in a situation. Or you were trapped in a location, something like that, and you were able to free yourself. I feel like you did this through manifestation. There's something here with like the Four of Swords and the Magician. It's telling me that you stayed cool, calm, collected, even when mentally it felt like you might have been breaking down a bit, because you could envision that Ten of Cups. You wanted that, and you would stop at nothing to manifest that new beginning. It's like you were empowering yourself and preparing yourself to shift into this new reality where you have exactly what you want. You have that Ten of Cups. And some of you aren't there yet, and that's okay. It feels like that's what you're manifesting. But this person sees that you are determined. You're disciplined. You're focused. You're not afraid to go after whatever it is you want. And you don't give up until you have what you want. There's a lot of like prosperity and stability, especially with the 2 4s here. But overall, it feels like a lot of contentment. Just contentment in like your home life, 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands here. But also like, look how peaceful this kid is. Just relaxing. King of Cups is someone who is cool, calm, collected with his emotion, right? And that's you. It's like, okay, I'm going to go within. I'm going to shift into a version of me that has everything I desire, okay? And I feel like slowly over time, you've manifested this new beginning, or you're about to. You're going to have that family you want, the home, the happy marriage, if that's what you're wanting, kids, pets, if that's what you're wanting, whatever that 10 of Cups looks like for you. So as far as like the qualities that stand out most to them, they see you as somebody who's, again, been through a lot. You've overcome that, or you're about to. You are someone who is incredibly disciplined, determined, focused. You want to complete your goals, wishes, dreams. You want them fulfilled. You want that security. You want that happiness. You want to have everything in life go smoothly. I'm hearing soft life. That's not going to be for everybody, but I think a lot of you are working towards a soft life. Once they get to know you, once they peel back those layers like we talked about in the first part of your reading, they're going to realize that you're actually very compassionate and empathetic. That's that King of Cups energy. Someone who's very understanding and trustworthy. But it does feel like you have that mental wall up. You can see the swords here. Very icy cold, right? And it could have been because you've been hurt in the past and you don't open up easily, which is understandable. But they see you as this powerful person who will stop at nothing to get what you desire. You're not stopping until you get that 10 of Cups. That's what I feel. 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Side note, you could be seeing 1111. That is the 1111 card. That and the 444 is coming through strongly for you. So that's what I see for the qualities that they admire about you. Let's jump into the third and final part of the reading. All right. How does this person, Spirit, how do they feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 1? How does this person feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 1, Spirit? We've got Queen of Wands. What? Okay. Aries energy. How does this person feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 1? Oh my God. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. Cancer energy. So Aries and Cancer. We got the Magician again. Gemini, Virgo. 4 of Wands again? What? Y'all heard me shuffling, okay? I mean, I can't make that up. Oh my gosh. 4 of Pentacles this time. So the number 4. The month of April could be significant too, which is Aries energy. But that's also Taurus energy. They could just be viewing you as somebody who's focusing on stability. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. The Empress. No way. Taurus, Libra. After I just said Taurus. Wow. Okay. Well, how do they feel about your potential connection? I am standing by this, pile number 1. They put you on a freaking pedestal, okay? They think you are the bee's knees. They are viewing you as Empress, Emperor energy. Take what resonates. But it's like you're fiery and passionate. You go after what it is you want. Queen of Wands does not back down. Like if she has a vision or a dream, which we talked about this in the second part of your reading, she goes after it. She doesn't hold back. She's going to put herself out there. She's going to get exactly what she wants. Queen of Cups, very intuitive and psychic. She has a love of like home and family. She can be a bit selfless, so she can put others first. But I feel like you have this balanced out. Like you can be fiery and passionate, but you can also be compassionate and empathetic and loving and giving. And again, focusing on that stability, focusing on controlling your money, your finances, and maybe building some sort of wealth is what I'm hearing. I feel like this person wants to build with you. They feel like you two could have a stable connection. They feel like you're exactly who they've been manifesting, that magician energy, and Empress. They see you as somebody who would be a good parent. Now, before anybody comes on my comment section and is like, I can't have kids. I'm not talking about that. Okay? Like, there are a lot of people who are watching who would be great parents and they want kids, you know? So, if you can't have kids, if that's not your message, that's okay. Just leave it. Maybe you could be a pet parent, you know, maybe you like fur children. But they see you as somebody who is powerful. Empress is all 4 queens rolled into one. Same with the Emperor, all 4 kings. You're somebody who has your ish together, essentially. You're somebody who is nurturing and kind and loving, even though their first impression of you is that stoic King of Swords kind of energy, where you don't let everybody in, which is great. You have boundaries, healthy boundaries. But how they feel about your potential connection, this is exactly what they've been wanting. They feel like you're a bit closed off, though, with that 4 of Pentacles. So I think they're trying to devise some sort of plan about how they can get into your energy, how they can break those walls down more, like I said previously, so they can get closer to you. I think they really want this emotional connection with you, but they're afraid that you might not want it with them. They think that this would be a stable, solid commitment, like your connection would be some sort of stable, solid connection or commitment. I think they're trying to hold back a bit, though. They're trying to like temper their emotions because they really want to come forward and tell you how they feel. They feel like you two would have a lot of fun together. I'm seeing that. Like you could be the type of couple who would just be able to go out and have a good time anywhere you go. It doesn't matter if it's shopping, it doesn't matter if you're planning a road trip, going to the movies, having a night in at your apartment or your house. Whatever it is, it just feels like whenever they're with you, there's something about like you kind of light up their life. Like they feel at peace. They feel content. I'm also hearing at home, and that relates back to the number 4 because again, stability, 4 of Wands is like the home card. And then we saw that 10 of Cups previously, right? So there's something here about wanting that cozy home. This person likes to have a nice home. They like feeling nurtured and comforted. And I think deep down, a lot of you want that same thing. You may not admit that right away. You may be a bit closed off, okay? I'm seeing this lock and chain here. And that's how I feel you all have been. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're saying, no, there's no entry, there's no access. You have to figure out where the key's at first. Be able to unlock this and gain access to me. But I feel like this person's determined as well because they really want to get to know you. I think they're going to stick it out and try to put in the effort. Obviously, if you keep blocking them out and you don't open up, eventually they may move on. I mean, most people would, right? But I think they're going to try to give it a shot. I think they really want you to open up to them. They want to take time to get to know you. Because I've seen this like excitement and celebration. They definitely want to take action. And it feels like they're manifesting you. Pile number 1. But they could be the type of person that you've been manifesting as well. So it'd be cute that you two are manifesting each other. So that's what I see for your reading. We're going to take this over into the extended on Patreon and find out, are they intimidated by anything about you? How do they see you in comparison to others? And what do they imagine for your future together? So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages come out for you. So we're going to be taking a look at, like, what was your person's first impression of you? Whoever is on your mind. Could be someone you're dating, a crush. Maybe even an ex for some of you. I don't know. Let's see. Spirit, for pile number 2, what was their person's first impression that they had of them? What's the person's first impression of them? Whoa, that went flying out. Okay, 2 more, please. Okay. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Tower with transformation, Aries Scorpio energy. We've got the 4 of Swords. I'm getting a weird message with this. Okay. The 5 of Pentacles. Okay. The 8 of Pentacles. And then the King of Wands, Leo energy. So the weird message I'm getting with this is that you could work with this person. Doesn't have to be. Or this person saw you in a work setting, because we have a lot of like work cards here. Or a setting where you're honing in on your skills or talents. You're in your element is what I'm hearing. And some sort of disaster happened. But you handled it with grace. Like anyone else that would have had this disaster occur, they would have like totally freaked out. They would have thought the world was crumbling around them. That something was over for them. This could be something like, I'm looking at this stained glass here. And then we've got stained glass in this 5 of Pentacles. And of course she's working on something. She's carving. But let's say you had a piece of artwork or pottery or something like stained glass is breakable and something happened and somebody bumped into it. You accidentally dropped it. It shattered. It broke everywhere. And most people would be like, oh my god, can't believe it broke. No. But you were just kind of cool, calm, and collected with this 4 of Swords energy. That's interesting. That's an interesting first impression. Or there was something that happened in the workplace and they watched how you handled a situation. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to be a bit taboo, but King of Wands is boss CEO energy. And we have all of these work cards here. So this could be a business relationship. It could be a taboo, like a secretive relationship at the office. That's not going to be for everybody. Could be with somebody you went into business with. So basically a work crush. That's what it's coming through as. If not, this could be school. Because I'm thinking like studying or putting in the work with schoolwork. Could be a professor. It's not going to be for everybody. But it is coming through strongly. Okay? So as far as like their first impression of you, it just feels like you handled a situation with grace, with ease. At a time when other people might have been freaking out. And you recovered quickly. Whatever this was. I don't know what it was, but that's coming through strongly. Even, I was talking about education. 8 of Pentacles is talking about education. I was thinking about Page of Pentacles too, but it's not out here. So there's definitely something here about knowing this person from work or school. Or a place where you're getting like a certification for something. And it doesn't even have to be work or school. She's working on stained glass. She's working on, I don't know, she's carving something here. Maybe woodworking. So maybe some of you are taking classes for like some sort of hobby. Like I said pottery earlier, even though pottery's not out here. Pottery, stained glass, woodworking, any sort of like artwork is what it feels like. And maybe you accidentally dropped something and it shattered. Or maybe you screwed up like a piece of pottery. Like pottery's not as easy as everybody thinks, okay? Maybe you screwed it up, it was totally wonky, and you're like, oh well. And you just kind of handled it with ease, and they thought that was really cool. They saw how other people were like freaking out about maybe how theirs turned out, and it didn't look that great. And, you know, it's just something about you handling it almost like indifferently. Like you were just completely indifferent and neutral about it. Like, oh well, that's fine. I'll just make a new one. Or I'll just redo this part. Or I'll glue it back together. Or something like that. There's also this energy of you being in the spotlight for something with that King of Wands. So something about like Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands makes me think of like being known for something or having to step up in some sort of like leadership role. This could even be you just having to make a speech to, I don't know, some board members or fellow co-workers, like stepping into like a board meeting, and I'm envisioning somebody standing at the front of a very long table full of people and having to make a speech and having to show off some sort of talent that you have or getting recognized for something, but you're collaborating with others at the same time. That's why I keep envisioning like maybe some sort of art class, because there's a lot of people in the art classes, or something having to do with work. You're having to collaborate with coworkers. Some sort of space like this is what it's coming up as. But yeah, they just see you as somebody who isn't really freaked out, isn't really worried. You handle things gracefully. You have this cool, calm, collected energy about you, even in the face of adversity or danger, or I don't know, something sudden, unexpected happens, and you're just like, oh well. And they love it. You're just so cool, calm, collected that you could go take a nap right after it and be like, I'm good. It's okay. No big deal. And they love it. So that's what I'm seeing for their first impression of you. Let's move on to the second part of your reading. All right. For the second part, pile number 2, we're going to be taking a look at what qualities of yours stand out to them the most. Spirit, pile number 2. What qualities of theirs stand out to this person the most? Oh, that's too many. Just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. Page of Pentacles just tried to come out after I was just talking about the Page of Pentacles. I need one more, please, Spirit. Pile number 2. Okay, there we go. Nice. Alright, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. We've got the Death card, Scorpio energy. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. We've got the Nine of Wands. And then we've got the Seven of Cups. Also, the number 444 is on here. That came out in pile number 1. I kept seeing the number 4 a lot. Hasn't come out really for your reading, but there could be a connection to pile number 1 if you want to go watch that. Okay, so what I'm seeing as far as like what qualities of yours stand out to this person the most, they see you as somebody who perseveres. Somebody who is constantly planning or trying to make progress. You're constantly setting goals and crushing those goals. You're not afraid of some sort of change happening in your life. If you need to put an end to like a certain chapter in your life and start something new, you'll do it. It's like you have all of these brilliant ideas. You see a future with these ideas. It's almost like you have so many I'm getting creative ideas, but it could be business ideas. Like you want to create so many businesses, or you want to have several streams of income. You have several books you want to write. I keep getting that art. I don't know what it is, because I had that in the first part of your reading. Maybe you like to paint or do pottery or some other hobby that's artistic. But that Seven of Cups is making me think you have all of these amazing ideas and you're just kind of like stuck in a daydream about all these amazing ideas. Like none of them actually get grounded. I think you're working on that though with that Two of Wands, and I think this person sees that as well, because Two of Wands can talk about, okay, I have got to choose a path forward. I have got to make some sort of progress. I need to plan for the long term, but I have to stop overanalyzing everything. I have to stop procrastinating, and I actually have to put in the work, like choose a path. Which which path am I going down? It's like a fork in the road. So I think this person sees that. They see that you are trying your best. They see that you are determined to accomplish these goals, wishes, and dreams. You're resilient. That's what that Nine of Wands energy is. You're unafraid to, like I said, put an end to something with that Death card and then change something around in your life to accommodate whatever this goal is. For instance, let's say you want to start a beach cafe. I'm just pulling something out of my head randomly. But you don't live anywhere near the beach. You live further inland, wherever it is you live. And you're not even close. That would require you to just up and leave wherever you live and move to a different city, state, province, country, just to be close to that beach that you're envisioning. Like one of your dreams in the Seven of Cups energy. And you're willing to put an end to whatever life you've been living. Like kind of burn it all to the ground and rise up again like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Figuratively, of course. But it's like you're willing to put in the work. You're willing to plan ahead and make it happen. It's like, okay, well, I've got to look at rental spaces for my business. I've got to see how much that is. I've got to get a business loan. I've got to come, draw up the paperwork and file all that paperwork and all that kind of stuff. And then you're like, okay, and then I've got to have a place to live. So let me look at apartments or let me look at houses or whatever it is. And you're willing to go the extra mile and then some to transform your life, to make your dreams come true. That's how they view you. That's the type of qualities in you that stand out to them, that you persevere, you're resilient, and you're unafraid to transform your life. You want to make that progress. You want to satisfy your need to feel accomplished. I'm getting that with like the Queen of Pentacles. But you have to prepare. Magician and Nine of Wands talks about that. Really, Two of Wands does too, because Two of Wands talks about planning. So there's a lot of preparedness that needs to go into whatever it is you're doing. You're willing to put in the work and plan everything out. You want that luxury life. You want to be stable. You don't want to worry about bills anymore. You want to be able to afford whatever you want to afford. Or, like I said, have several streams of income. And it's funny because I think 7 is the number that a lot of people will say is how many streams of income you really need if you just want to kick back and live the soft life. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're working towards major goals in your life and you're doing your best to crush those and transform yourself and who you are and who you want to be in the process. And that is how they view you and your qualities, the qualities that they admire most about you. They see you manifesting this dream life for yourself. They see you pushing your limits in a way because you want that ultimate freedom. I'm hearing financial freedom, but I think overall financial freedom leads to freedom in general, right? So that's what I see for part 2. Let's go ahead and jump into the third and final part of your reading. All right, pile number 2. How does this person feel about your potential connection? Could also just be your connection. So I'll ask for both. Spirit, how does this person feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 2? Oh, lots of communication. They're definitely spying on you. If you've got social media, Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So tell me more, Spirit. How do they feel about 4 of Pentacles just tried to come out, which means there could be a bit of a closed off energy. That came out for pile number 1 too. Could be a bit closed off. Maybe they're just kind of watching you from a distance. Oh, speaking of closed off, we've got Queen of Swords, Libra energy. Yeah. So they could see you just focusing on like your career, your finances, your art, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. They see you just crushing these, or trying to crush these goals, wishes, and dreams, make them a reality, right? How do they feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 2, Spirit? How does this person feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 2? Magician just tried to come out again. They could be manifesting you. Maybe you're manifesting someone like them as well. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. We got 8 of Wands. So that and the Page of Swords, there's a lot of things they want to say to you. I think they have been watching you and they really want to... Oh, we've got 8 of Swords. They're in their head about this. They really want to come forward. I'm thinking about that 4 of Pentacles too. They really want to come forward, but they're holding themselves back. Maybe they think you'll reject them. We've got, yep. We've got the Hanged Man, Pisces energy here. So this is somebody who feels like they're kind of stuck in life. They're unsure whether they should even try to contact you because, again, are you going to reject them? Are you going to... Yes! Oh my god, 5 of Pentacles. That's that ghosted, rejected kind of energy. Are you going to give them the time of day, or are they going to be left out in the cold? See, they want to send you messages. They want to get to know you better. I feel like they've just been watching you from afar. Maybe just on social media for right now, or maybe they're in your friend circle, or at work, or in one of those classes I was talking about, and they watch you, but they don't really know you. Pile number 2. It feels like they're afraid to get out of this kind of stuck in limbo energy with that Hanged Man, because they don't know if you'll view them the same way that they view you, because this is all about a perspective shift, right? So they're in their head about this. They have a lot of self-doubt. They could have self-esteem issues as well. I am picking that up. They could view you as somebody who comes across as a bit stoic, a bit distant with that Queen of Swords energy, but they don't want to be hurt by this, is what I'm getting. They want to be truthful with you about, you know, that they watch you, that they want to take you on a date, that they want to get to know you, but there is something holding this person back. Fear of rejection for sure. And they think that this would be a huge blow to them. Like, it would be a gut punch. I think this person, I'm not going to say it's limerence, but it feels like they've kind of built up this fantasy of you in their mind. And they're afraid that if they come forward, you're not going to reciprocate. You're not going to feel the same way. There's not going to be an equal give and take. And then they're going to be, yeah, it just feels like an imbalance. And then they're going to be stressed out, upset. They might even like retreat and not talk to people for a while. I don't know why I'm picking this up, but that's what I'm picking up. Yeah, I'm getting like a sulking kind of energy, like entering hermit mode, even though hermit's not out here, because they're afraid that you just won't reciprocate, okay? They're afraid that they have created some sort of fantasy or illusion in their mind, and that they need to come back down to earth instead of just living inside their head. They're afraid of disappointment. That's what it is. They want this to be successful. They want to move forward with you, but they feel like you have a lot of choices, and they've been overanalyzing all of this. I feel like if they could, they would send you all of these DMs or text messages, because it's like a flurry coming in. They want to speak to you, but they hold themselves back. So that's how they feel right now about your potential connection or your connection, whatever timeline you're on, whatever your story is. They're just in a lack mentality with that 5 of Pentacles. Like, I don't think... Between 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, it's like, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. But it's their own lack of confidence, self-esteem issues, self-doubt, and worry and anxiety that's eating them alive. They feel a bit confused. I don't think they're confused about their feelings towards you, but I do think they're confused about your feelings towards them, or how you would react if they came forward and talked to you about this. They're overanalyzing with that Page of Swords. With someone who's a bit too analytical. I am curious though. I didn't do this for pile number 1. I don't know if I'll do it for pile number 3, because I haven't gotten to pile 3 yet, but I want to see what would happen, Spirit, if they came forward. Like, what would happen? How would the collective react? How would pile number 2 react if this person came forward and admitted their feelings? You're going to be a bit guarded. 7 of Wands. Okay. And that's what they're worried about. There's a bit of resistance there. It's kind of like, I don't know. I got my walls up. I got my guard up. Tell me more, Spirit. For pile number 2. And this person. What's the outcome? Let's look at that. What is the outcome between pile 2 and this person, Spirit? Oh, okay. So we've got the World, Capricorn energy. Could also be fixed sign energy towards Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. But we've also got the Ace of Wands, and they came out together. So it could be the end of them just like looking you up online, the end of long distance, if you're in a long distance connection, or the end of this just old chapter or this old cycle where you two aren't getting anywhere. Yeah, look, we've got death at the bottom, release. And then there's going to be a passionate new beginning. So I think at first you're going to have your walls up. You're going to have your guard up. And you're going to wait to see how everything pans out. But I think once you realize that this person actually does care about you and does want to get to know you and how nervous you make them, that's what it feels like. They feel so nervous. They feel like you're going to kick them to the curb. But I think once you both open up and you realize that this person would support you with your goals, wishes, and dreams, because the world talks about some sort of achievement or accomplishment, I think they would be very supportive of you. Then it opens up this whole new world, right? With the Ace of Wands and the World here, it's like they could help you take action towards your goals, wishes, or dreams. They could help spark some sort of creative idea or endeavor. It's like now you have more opportunities coming in. I'm also getting that there could be Jupiter connections, strong Jupiter connections in your synastry, because Jupiter is the planet of good luck and growth. So it's almost like when you connect with this person, you could see your luck turn around in a lot of ways, in a lot of aspects and areas of your life. That's not going to be for everybody, but that is coming through. I keep seeing Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter. So there could be a time when you felt like maybe some things weren't working out and it felt like you were trudging through knee-deep mud trying to get to these accomplishments that you're trying to achieve. And it's like when this person comes in, they could really support you. I feel like they're going to be a very supportive energy. But they've got to get past this self-doubt and confusion. And then they've got to get past your walls first too. So it feels like there's a bit of a delay in this connection. Like you two have some stuff to work on first on both sides. And then once you come together, then it's like this whole new chapter begins. Like you're both closing out some sort of a cycle. There's a sense of completion, but also celebration. And then the new is all coming in for you. Also, I'm seeing it's going to be a very passionate connection as well with that Ace of Wands. So that's what I see for you, pile number 2. I'm going to take this over to Patreon now, and we're going to be looking at, are they intimidated by anything about you? How do they see you in comparison to others? And what do they imagine for your future together? So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages come out for you. We're going to find out what's the first impression this person has of you. So let's see. You know, this could be like, if this is somebody you've already met, it'll be like their past first impression. But if you have someone in mind and you're like crushing from a distance, this will be like when they finally meet you. Tell me, Spirit, for pile number 3, what is this person's first impression of them? What is their first impression of pile number 3? Spirit, okay. You remind them of someone from the past, or they feel really comfortable with you, pile number 3. Or they will. This is someone who, I don't think this happens often for them. I think they're typically someone who is a bit reserved, is what I'm hearing. One more, please, Spirit. What's this person's first impression of pile number 3? Yeah, there's this weird, okay. There's kind of this weird energy where they just feel like you remind them of someone from their past, like I said, or someone that they've known their entire life. That's the feeling I get. Ace of Pentacles. So 6 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Then we've got the 9 of Cups. And then we've got the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. This came out for pile number 1. We've got 2 of Swords. And we got Five of Pentacles. That came out for pile number 2. Okay. So as far as their first impression of you, you could be somebody who, I feel like both of you are this way though. I know I'm asking about you, but it feels like you're both very reserved, like I said. And that King of Swords energy kind of confirms that. But also Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is like leaving people out in the cold, ghosting people, just kind of having this closed off energy, or feeling like people don't want you around, or that you don't fit in with people in a certain way. Even if you're hanging out with a friends group, it just is this feeling of like, I still don't feel like I fit in. It's a weird message, but it is coming through. So as far as like their first impression of you, again, you feel like somebody from their past. Maybe you've known this person since childhood, or they're just feeling incredibly nostalgic when it comes to you. Like maybe you're someone who was born in a certain decade and you start talking about something from that decade. It could be music. It could be a TV show. It could be a movie. It could be anything, really. And it brings them back to a simpler time in their life. It's almost like with you, they are romanticizing the way things used to be. This isn't for all of you, but they could have children or you could have children. Again, not for everybody, but that is coming out. We've got a kid here, and Six of Cups is usually children. But even if that's not the case, if neither of you have kids, it could be that they're viewing you because this is their first impression. And they think you would actually be someone who's a good parent. You come across as somebody who's very like fair-minded and knowledgeable with that King of Swords energy. But it feels like they're unsure whether they can actually continue to get to know you with that Two of Swords. There could be something there where they could envision a long-term, stable connection with you. They could envision making that offer to you because you are some sort of wish fulfillment for them. However, with that Two of Swords, they hesitate on this because they're unsure if they should actually make that offer. They're not sure that you would be open to it, is what I'm hearing. Or that they are like somebody you would want. They're not sure if they're your type. They're not sure if you feel any chemistry with them, or if you would even give them the chance. So there's some hesitation here. There's some indecision, like should I, shouldn't I? With pile number 3. This person is very happy around you though. 9 of Cups and 6 of Cups, this is, again, it's like you bring up happy memories. I don't know, maybe there's something you guys talked about or you will end up talking about, and it sparks a memory or several memories from their childhood that they could have forgotten about. This is something that will bring a smile to their face. So I'm not sure, again, it's like reminiscing about simpler times, romanticizing how things used to be growing up. It could even be like, I don't know why I'm picturing this. It could even be you talking about like a trip to the Grand Canyon. I don't know why that's popping up in my mind. I haven't been to the Grand Canyon in forever, but this could be for somebody. Talking about how you went to the Grand Canyon and they went to the Grand Canyon as a child. And then you sparked a memory of like them going with their family or friends, or I don't know, having that little road trip. And they kind of forgot about it. It happened maybe years prior. Decades prior, and they're like, oh, I haven't even thought about the Grand Canyon in a long time. Again, this is just one example, but I haven't even thought about the Grand Canyon in so long. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun to go back and visit it now that I'm an adult, or now that it's been however many years. It'd be cool to actually go back and see it, like, and then it sparks these memories of maybe things that they ate, or music that they listened to, or some other fond memory that they have from that experience. This is an interesting pile so far. So their first impression of you is that they could see themselves offering stability to you because you feel so familiar to them. This could even be a past life connection. I am picking that up. 6 of Cups is usually like a past connection or a connection where you remind them of the past, or a past life connection. Something having to do with the past here with 6 of Cups. But you are a dream come true for this person. And they envision happiness with you and stability. So that's what I'm seeing for part 1 of your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into part 2. Alright, pile number 3. So we'll be taking a look at what qualities of yours stand out to them the most. Spirit, for pile number 3. What qualities of theirs stand out to this person the most? What qualities of theirs stand out to this person the most, Spirit? We've got 9 of Swords. Uh-oh. Okay. What qualities? Okay. We've got Justice, Libra energy. You could be someone who worries a lot. Obviously, that's not for everybody, but you could be worried about, like, social justice causes or issues that are happening in the world. We've got 6 of Swords. Okay. This may not even be that. It could just be that you have things you're worried about in your own life and they see that. Tell me more. What qualities, pile number 3, stand out to this person, Spirit? But you're somebody who is able to overcome lots of obstacles. We've got Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. And then we've got 10 of Swords. So yeah, there's something here about being able to overcome obstacles, still having hope, even if things aren't going great. Yeah, 8 of Swords. What in the world? Even if things aren't going great, if they're not going your way, even if you're doubting yourself, this person sees that the qualities that you have that are the strongest are the ones where you overcome these obstacles and challenges in your life. That 6 of Swords energy. It's like you still have hope that everything's going to work out, everything's going to balance out, that some sort of karma will work in your favor, or justice is going to be served, that you will have that stability. It's like you're very practical about the way you think. Even though there's a lot of Swords energy here, there can be a lot of negative thoughts, there can be a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of worry, but it's like unnecessary worry. That's the thing about the 9 of Swords and even the 8 of Swords. It's like, yeah, you got self-doubt, yeah, you're worrying about this or that, but they see that you overcome that, even though that is a major challenge for a lot of you. 2, with 6 of Swords and 10 of Swords, this can talk about having hope in the future. Like, okay, not everything's great right now, but that doesn't mean I don't have like goals, wishes, and dreams that I can fulfill at some point, okay? So I'm gonna hang on to that hope. I'm going to have that faith that everything's going to work out for me. I'm going to overcome this. One day, none of this is going to be a problem. There's going to be an ending with that 10 of Swords. And then I'll have freedom to do whatever I want. Some of you, this is financial freedom. Others of you, there's some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of contract or some sort of legal something or another. Could be you were tied down in a marriage. You have a contract with a company, some sort of employer, or something here where you could have been tied down to something. You're waiting for that to end. You're ready to move on. I'm hearing moving on to bigger and better things. Some of you could even be moving with that 6 of Swords. But it feels like you are so worried that things aren't going to work out on one hand. On the other hand, you still have that hope. I think they see you as somebody who can be discontent at times, even if you are still planning for your future, okay? So again, it's like you can still overcome all of this. You can still almost like look at the bright side. Like, you know what? I'm still going to be enthusiastic. I'm still having hope that I'm going to be successful. Or that I'm going to accomplish this, this, and that. Even when you doubt yourself. Even when you're confused about which direction to go next. So it's like this resilience that you have. It's almost giving me 9 of Wands energy. But that's not out here. So I think they'll see you at a time when you're recuperating from something. Or you're about to overcome a major hurdle in your life. And then you're in some sort of like recuperation, regeneration, healing phase. For a lot of you, when you meet this person, you will have reassessed or like reevaluated your life. Like which direction you want to go in, and you're starting to move in that direction, or you've already started to move in that direction, and this person sees that. So as far as like your qualities that stand out, it's your resilience. It's you having hope that things are going to get better. No matter how much crap you've been through in your life, you're going to get the justice and the fairness that are owed to you in this lifetime. You're going to have that stable, solid foundation. You're going to have money and success and a great career, but it feels like you're having to overcome some sort of mental obstacles in the meantime. I do see you recovering. I do see you having that freedom and moving on from whatever challenges you face. It almost feels like a dark cloud was hanging over you for a long time. And I think this person's going to see that. This person's going to realize that you have been through a lot, and they're going to admire you even more because you recovered from whatever these challenges were in your life. So that's what I see for part 2. Let's go ahead and move on to the third and final part. All right, so let's see. How do they feel about your connection or your potential connection? Spirit for pile number 3. How does this person feel about their connection or potential connection? Oh my gosh, Justice just came out again. Libra energy. So they see it as fair and equal. They could want to marry you. We'll see what other cards come out. But that is, oh my god. And I was just talking about you having hope. Like hope and faith that everything's going to get better with Star, with Aquarius energy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. How do they feel about pile number 3's connection or potential connection? Oh, Queen of Wands, Aries energy. So they see you as a wish fulfillment. They think this is going to go the distance. You two could get married. Tell me more, Spirit. How do I feel about... We've got Page of Pentacles. That is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. They see you as somebody who's very bold and daring. Even though you could be stuck in your head a lot, even though you might doubt yourself, it's like you still persist no matter what. How do they feel about their connection or potential connection with pile number 3, Spirit? Oh my god, I knew it. 10 of Pentacles. I told you that Justice card came out. I'm like, marriage? Okay. And I said at the beginning of your reading, there's something there with the Ace of Pentacles where they felt like there was potential, lots of potential, for some sort of stable, solid connection. One more, please, Spirit, for pile number 3. How does this person feel about their potential? Oh my gosh. 6 of Wands. They want success. They want this to be successful with you. They want a victory. Okay? They want you two to come together and build something solid, potentially for the rest of your lives. Okay? This is security. This is having that solid, stable home life, working together to build something that will last and withstand the test of time, okay? Because this is all about building a legacy. You two could even go into business together. You could have children together. You could have pets together, whatever resonates for you. I mean, not everybody wants kids or can have kids, whatever resonates. I'm seeing this person be incredibly enthusiastic about this connection, okay? And I think a lot of you are enthusiastic about it as well. With the other piles, it was almost like there was this hesitation or they had their guard up. I don't see that in this pile. I see you getting in your head a lot. And maybe that causes some sort of challenge. But it feels like a lot of you are focused more on like getting your life right, getting your finances and career right, and maybe even going back to school for some of you. But when it comes to the actual connection, the relationship itself, I don't see any hesitation. I feel like this is an equal give and take in a connection. I feel like you two are both determined to make this work, and you see each other as a wish fulfillment. Star can also be like the light at the end of the tunnel. So again, we saw that energy in the other part of your reading, especially the second part, where it feels like you were worried that things weren't going to work out, but you overcame a lot of obstacles. That's how they were viewing you. And as far as this connection goes now, it's like finally you come out the other side, you're moving on, things are finally working out, and they see a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this connection. Like you're finally where you need to be, they are where they need to be, and you can come together and balance each other out. They feel very cheerful and excited about this with that Page of Pentacles energy, because they're viewing you as somebody who is standing in your power. You're somebody who's going after your goals, wishes, and dreams. You believe in yourself. It's like you're getting all fired up about your life and what you're passionate about. And it feels like it's happening after a lengthy period of time where nothing was going on. Like you felt stuck and stagnant. But they now view this as a connection where you two can focus on each other, where you can build this life together. They want to go public with you with the Six of Wands. That is somebody who does not want to hesitate claiming you publicly, okay? And I know that sounds kind of weird, like, oh, they want to claim me. No, like, I mean, they will not hesitate to post you all over social media. Like, they're proud to have you by their side. This is that type of person, okay? They want to show you off. There's something here with the Queen of Wands. King of Wands, it doesn't matter, not gender specific, okay? It's just the energy. So it doesn't matter whatever you're into. They still want to claim you. They see you as like their pride and joy. I'm not going to say like trophy husband, trophy wife. That's not what I mean. But they are just so excited to have found someone like you, because you are a wish fulfillment. You're a dream come true for them, that they can't wait to show you off. They can't wait to like proudly display your relationship to everybody. They want everybody to know that you two are together. And that's that Page of Pentacles energy too with the Six of Wands. It's like that little giddy, cheerful, ecstatic kind of energy where they are just so happy to finally found someone like you, someone that they can share their life with. I feel like this person could have thought they found love previously and they didn't until they met you. You're an inspiration to this person. After all you've been through, how much you persevere, how resilient you are, they love this about you, okay? And they're determined to be with you no matter what. They see this Ten of Pentacles. They see you building that life together and being abundant and prosperous, leaving a legacy for your family. I think, pile number 3, that things are going to work out even better than you could have possibly imagined with this person. And I think they're going to start discovering that once you two get together. It's only going to solidify. Like, I think they already believe this. They have faith that it's going to work out, but they believe that you two have something special. Like, this is a soulmate connection, that past life connection, right? Once you two actually get together in this connection, that's when they realize that they were right. They trusted their intuition and it wasn't wrong. They knew there was some sort of soul contract or soul connection between you two. They could feel it. So yeah, pile number 3, this is beautiful. I love this for you. I'm going to take this over into the extended. We're going to find out, are they intimidated by anything about you? How do they see you in comparison to others? And what do they imagine for your future together? I think we gotta know what they imagine, right? But yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.